Looks like we found a mom for us.
The city never truly slept. Even before sunrise, when the sky was still wrapped in dull gray clouds, the streets were already alive. Cars rushing past, footsteps echoing, people chasing dreams that often forgot to look back. On a narrow sidewalk near a busy intersection, beside an overflowing waste bin, sat a man and a little boy. Their clothes were torn and dirty, stained by days of hardship. Cardboard served as their seat, the cold concrete biting through it. The boy clutched a small metal cup in his hands, shaking it gently whenever someone passed. Most people didn't stop. Some glanced at them briefly. Some frowned. Most walked faster, pretending not to see. The man watched everything in silence. His eyes were calm, too calm for a man who was supposed to have nothing. Beside him, the boy's stomach growled quietly. Then, something changed. A woman slowed her steps. She turned, and she stopped.
Looks like we found a mom for us.
Before we go any further, welcome, story lovers. If you love stories where kindness changes lives, then make sure you like this video, subscribe to the channel, and stay with us till the end, because this story will surprise you. Now, let's continue. The city breathed like a restless giant. Cars flowed endlessly through narrow streets, horns crying out in frustration, ambition, and impatience. Skyscrapers pierced the cloudy sky, symbols of success towering over lives lived far below them. In this city, money spoke louder than kindness, and appearances decided worth. On a quiet corner, just a few steps away from a bustling intersection, sat a man and his young son. They were positioned beside an overflowing waste bin, its metal side scratched and stained by years of neglect. Cardboard lay beneath them, damp from the previous night's rain. Their clothes were tattered, darkened by dirt and hardship, hanging loosely on bodies that had learned to endure hunger and cold. To passers-by, they were invisible. Another homeless man, another child born into struggle, another inconvenience in a city chasing success. But the man was not what he seemed. His name was Nathaniel Cole. Nathaniel was the CEO of Coal International, one of the largest conglomerates in the country. His name controlled markets, shifted economies, and decided the fate of thousands of employees. He owned penthouses, private jets, and boardrooms filled with people who feared disappointing him. Yet here he was, sitting on cardboard, dressed in rags. Beside him sat his son, Elias. Elias was 8 years old, bright-eyed, observant, and far more mature than a child his age should be. Life had taught him silence. He held a small metal cup, gently shaking it whenever footsteps approached. Coins dropped occasionally. Most people never looked at his face. Nathaniel watched them all. He saw the way people stiffened when they noticed them. He saw how kindness shrank when poverty appeared. He saw how love disappeared without wealth. Years ago, his wife had died, leaving a wound that money could never heal. After her death came women, many of them, beautiful, charming, attentive. But every smile changed the moment they learned his name. Their voices softened. Their affection intensified. Their love felt calculated. He no longer trusted it. So Nathaniel decided to test the world. He would strip himself of his power. He would hide behind poverty. And if fate allowed it, he would find a woman whose kindness existed without knowing who he truly was. Someone who could be a wife not to a billionaire, but a mother to his son. Hours passed. The sun climbed higher. People walked by. Some dropped coins without stopping. Some shook their heads. Some whispered insults under their breath. Most pretended they saw nothing at all. Elias lowered his gaze, used to disappointment. Then heels slowed. Nathaniel noticed immediately. A woman had stopped. She stood there for a moment, watching the boy. Not with disgust, not with pity, but with concern. She was beautiful in a quiet way. Blonde hair fell naturally around her shoulders. Her clothes were elegant yet simple, the kind worn by someone who valued comfort over attention. She carried herself with grace, not superiority. She crouched down, so she was eye level with Elias. "Hi," she said gently. "What's your name?" Elias hesitated, then answered softly. "Elias." "That's a nice name," she smiled. "Are you hungry?" Elias glanced at his father. Nathaniel nodded. Yes, the boy whispered. The woman reached into her purse, pulled out money, then paused. She looked at the boy's thin arms, his tired eyes, the way he clutched the cup. She stood up suddenly. Nathaniel watched, prepared for disappointment. But she didn't walk away. She crossed the street and entered a small cafe. Minutes passed. Elias stared after her, hope flickering cautiously. Then she returned. In her hands were food containers and bottled water. She knelt again, placing them gently in front of Elias. Eat slowly, she said softly. You'll feel sick if you rush. Elias smiled for the first time that day. Thank you, he said. The woman turned to Nathaniel. I don't have much, she said apologetically, but I hope this helps. Nathaniel studied her face. There was no curiosity about who he was. No questions. No hidden motivos. It helps more than you know, he replied. She smiled once more and stood. Take care of him, she said. Then she walked away. Nathaniel felt something stir deep inside his chest.
Looks like we found a mom for us.
Her name was Claire Reynolds. Claire lived in a small apartment with peeling paint and stubborn dreams. She worked as a junior architect, underpaid and overworked, but she believed in kindness even when the world discouraged it. She never told anyone about the homeless man and his son. To her, kindness didn't need an audience. 2 weeks later, Claire walked into a towering glass building for an interview she believed she had no chance of getting. Cole International. Her heart raced as she waited. The door opened. A man stepped inside, well-dressed, confident, powerful. Claire's breath caught. She recognized his eyes. Nathaniel Cole, the homeless man, the CEO, the billionaire. Her world tilted. Nathaniel smiled, and everything changed. What followed was confusion, anger, disbelief, and an emotional journey that tested trust, love, and forgiveness. Claire felt betrayed, questioning whether her kindness had been part of an experiment. Nathaniel struggled to explain his reasons without losing her respect. Meanwhile, another woman entered the picture, Sophia Grant. Elegant, wealthy, and openly interested in Nathaniel. She represented everything Claire feared she could never compete with. 3 hearts, 3 paths, 3 lovers bound by truth and deception. Nathaniel was forced to choose between safety and sincerity, image and authenticity, power and love. Claire had to decide whether love could survive a lie. And Elias watched it all, hoping the woman who fed him would become the mother he had been praying for. In the end, Nathaniel made a public confession, exposing his test, risking his reputation, and choosing honesty over control. Claire chose forgiveness. Not because he was rich, but because he was human. Sophia walked away, realizing love could never be bought. And in a quiet ceremony far from cameras and boardrooms, Nathaniel married the woman who loved him when he had nothing. If this story touched you, remember, kindness is never wasted. The truth always finds its way out. And love, real love, begins when expectations end. Thank you for listening to Shirt Flick Stories. If you love stories where kindness changes lives,